After months of gridlock, lawmakers agreeing to a relief package that contains direct checks, jobless aid, help for schools and small businesses. And the Wall Street Journal, what they like best about it, Elon, is, and I think we have Pat Toomey coming on, the Journal is positive about Pat Toomey's sort of guardrails on what the Fed will be able to do with all these extraordinary measures. Of course, that's the Wall Street Journal. But there's a lot in this baby.
There is a lot in this baby, Joe, and they have struck the deal, and that's part of why it took so long for them to get to this over the weekend. They've struck the deal, but they still have not cast the votes. It was a tense weekend of negotiations, but Republicans and Democrats finally did come together to pass that, or to agree on that $900 billion COVID relief package, as well as a $1.4 trillion government funding bill. This all came together last night, and lawmakers are saying they now need more time to actually write these bills, vote on them. Apparently, they need to be printed on some kind of special parchment paper before sending them to the president's desk for his signature. So today, they have now moved the deadline to fund the government to midnight tonight, and it's unclear right now if they're going to have to move that deadline again in order to give the gears of Washington more time to work and to turn these bills into law. Now, some of the major elements of the relief package do include those $600 stimulus checks, enhanced and expanded jobless benefits, $325 billion for small businesses, and $15 billion for the airlines. Democrats are vowing this is just a start.
We need a second bill to continue dealing with the emergency and to start stimulating our economy so we get back to where we were. And that will be job number one in the new Biden administration.
Now, there are no votes scheduled yet in the House today, guys. The earliest we could see this process start, though, is 10 a.m. Back to you.
All right. Seeing a lot of things, a lot of conjecture about the bill, but we'll be looking at the market reactions. Interesting. There's a few things, Elon. You got Tesla going in the S&P. That figures. That's worth down 500 probably. And then this new COVID strain. But you know, we waited so long for this stimulus deal, and you know, the market at different times looked like it was would react positive to the possibility of getting it done for a little while. And every day we say, wow, the disconnect between the underlying economy and the market is this wide. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised when the market comes down a little, but it is a little surprising. Beck, you got a comment?
I did. Elon, did you? I just want to back it up a minute. Did you say that we may not be able to hit this midnight deadline tonight, in part because they have to print this on special parchment paper before it can go to the president's desk? Are we actually living in the year 2020?
I did say that, and part of the issue is that the bills need to be enrolled, and apparently for bills of this magnitude, there's special paper that they go on, and that can take a while to print out and to send to the president's desk. So there are some Congress is a place where process often drives policy, and this is a great example of that. So it is unclear if they're going to need additional days in order to make this happen. There had been some thinking over the weekend that they would need to pass a 7-day stopgap funding measure to allow the Senate to vote and to allow this sort of bill enrollment process to happen. But when I was reaching out to folks last night, they sort of said maybe this could be done today. So it's just really unclear how much more time they're going to need, or if they could possibly, you know, get this all signed, sealed, and delivered by the end of the day today. We'll just have to see.
That's like the dumbest thing I think I've heard in a really long time. We need to print the parchment paper. Maybe we need to get them stones so they can carve it out in the tablets.
They have to sign it. It's a process. There's a lot of lawmakers. You know, it takes time.
Hey,
Elon, thank you.
Back the
yeah.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.